Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to go over things you should consider if you're thinking about stepping on stage for your first NPC competition. So before you jump into it, so a few things you want to consider in terms of like the physical toll it's going to take, the mental toll, and the financial toll it's going to take. So the first thing you want to think about is what division you're going to compete in. So again, this is going to be for the NPC organization. Now, there's other organizations, but today we're going to focus on the NPC organization, which is a non-tested league. So they are not testing for anabolics. So some people are on things and some people are not, and that's up to you. So anyway, the first thing, like I said, is going to be the division you want to compete in. So they have for women bikini, they just have that new category fit model. They have wellness. They have women's figure, women's physique, and women's bodybuilding. And then basically the muscle, the density, the details basically increase in each category. So you want to pick, the best division that matches your body type and kind of what your long-term goals are, because a lot of things when it comes to competing can affect those long-term goals. So you want to make sure you identify really what you want to get out of competing, and then with that you can decide what division works best with you for you. Also, you're going to want to think about considering hiring a coach, because um, he can help you identify what category is going to be best for you. So um, a good coach is going to handle your training, your nutrition, and your posing. Now some coaches do posing and some don't, but you can also hire someone who specializes in that also. These ladies are my clients and I coach them with their posing, and I train them and I do their diet, so everything that you need. Now, just because a coach doesn't do the posing and everything like that doesn't make them a good coach. There's definitely things that you can get out of hiring a posing coach separately. So that's definitely something to consider. Because posing is really important. A lot of competitors drop the ball with that. You want to have to you have to pose early. You're gonna have to do it often. Um, Again, a posing coach is going to help you shape your body and angle it to where your physique looks the best. So you want to make sure you display all that hard work, because posing is a big aspect of it. So obviously you have training and your cardio and nutrition. Your coach is going to give you a good training program, helping you bring up your weak points, shaping your physique for your division. Cardio is usually going to increase as you get closer to the show, but you're going to definitely want to have a balance between the weights and the cardio and everything involved with that. And then your nutrition, it's all about precision. It's all about preparing, tracking your macros, making sure your digestion's on point, and then you're making key adjustments along the way. um so next thing you want to think about is a realistic timeline, right? Like, how long is this actually going to take me to do? Usually it's going to be around 12 to 24 months, depending on where you're starting. You don't want to rush it. If you need more time, just take it. The goal is to come in healthy. You want to be lean. You want to feel confident on stage. So make sure you have, a realistic timeline figured out. And again, a good coach will help you with that as well. Um, so budget, you want to think about costs. It can be kind of pricey when you compete. You have to get an NPC card, depending on how many divisions you compete in. You have registration fees for each one of those, and those vary. So if you're new, you can do first time ever. You have novice, you have the open, masters. So all those are going to be separate fees. Are you competing locally? Do you have to go out of state, travel, hotel? Obviously, you're coaching, you're paying for, you have to pay for a tan, makeup, you have to get a bikini. So it adds up, and it adds up fast. So make sure you plan your budget so you're not, stressed out leading up into the show. Um, Mentally speaking, prep is a grind. You're going to deal with low energy. You're going to be, having cravings. Your social life is going to be non-existent. You're going to feel isolated at sometimes. You have to have a strong mindset, and a strong support system. You want to make sure you got, people in your corner to help you when you feel like those really difficult days of prep, when those hit. So yeah, definitely, you're going to have a strong mind to get through, a fitness competition. So you have to think about peak week as well. If you're not hiring a coach and you are coaching yourself, you definitely can do that. There's a lot of information out there, but you want to make sure you're really knowing what you're doing that last week, because a lot of mistakes can be made there, and that can cost you on the stage. So um, it's all about fine tuning everything at that point. Everybody's body responds differently to water, carbs, and sodium. So just make sure you have that peak week strategy filled out. And then, after the show, don't forget you have life after the show. Have a plan for a reverse diet, manage your cravings, set new goals. A lot of times people struggle after a show. You want to make sure you don't binge eat or anything like that. So have fun.